What's better than fresh seafood, bright hints of citrus, and a crisp glass of white wine? B-roll. Hey folks, welcome back to another episode of Cooking at Home. In this one, we're going to be making ceviche two different ways. The first one is going to be the more traditional Peruvian style, and the second one is going to be the Mexican style. Now guys, these are similar in that the fish or the shellfish that you're cooking is going to essentially be cooked in acid, but it is generally going to be done with raw ingredients. Now, speaking of ingredients, you're going to want to go ahead and grab yourself your first protein, and this is going to be for our Peruvian style ceviche. In this case, we are using a beautiful, wonderful, firm fish that is rockfish. It's fairly cheap, it's fairly available, and guys, this should not smell like anything. So put that to the side because we're going to grab our protein for our Mexican ceviche, which is going to be this beautiful shrimp. Now, as you can see, there is a slight reddish color to it. That is because it has been parboiled. You can do this raw, but I decided that I wanted to parboil them for about 30 or 40 seconds. Now, to cook all this raw flesh, you're going to need limes. A lot of limes, like this many limes. About 10 or 12 limes. It should give you about a cup to a cup and a half of lime juice. And yeah, you want to split this evenly amongst each ceviche, so you're going to use about 5 or 6 limes per, and then you also want to use about 1 to 1.5 lemons as well. Don't let that roll. There we go. Just bring that back. There we go. 1 to 1.5 limes per batch. You'll also want to grab yourself a good handful of cilantro and also a handful of some parsley. Now, guys, with this kind of stuff, you want to be fairly simple with the ingredients, but also realize that you can kind of do this to taste. So if you like more cilantro, add more cilantro. If you don't, add less. It's all up to you, but fresh ingredients are important. Now, for our Mexican style ceviche, we're going to want to add ourselves a tomato or 2. In this case, 2 because we're serving for 4 or 5 people. And then you're going to move those off to the side before you grab yourself some jalapeno. Now, the jalapeno, you can de-seed it if you want. I just cut it into thin little slices, and I like the spice in this, guys. Again, this will be in the Mexican one, but you can also add it to the Peruvian one. You'll also want to grab yourself 1 avocado, which you'll be chopping into little cubes. And once you move that to the side, you're going to go ahead and grab yourself cucumber, which is going to go in your Mexican ceviche as well. Now, you can eat ceviche with a spoon, but I would recommend a robust tortilla chip of your choice. Now, move that to the side because, guys, we got to start prepping some ingredients, and then it's going to start with some lime. So go ahead and cut that in half, and then go ahead and cut like 10 or 12 more of these till you're done. And when done, go ahead and give those a quick squeeze. Again, you're looking for about a cup or so of lime juice. After you're done squeezing the limes, you're going to go ahead and do the same with your lemons. So go ahead and grab that, cut that in half, and then, of course, repeat the process where you just kind of squeeze these as well. Now you're going to realize that all of a sudden you should have bought a bigger juicer because this thing is way too small for this lemon, and maybe I just cut it too big. But either way, get the juice out of those lemons and give them a good squeeze. You should have about 2 or so cups total of juice. So with the life force extracted from our citrus, you should be left with a bowl of beautiful lemon and lime juice. And this is what will be cooking our acid as well as providing the foundation for the ceviche. So next you'll grab yourself a jalapeno, and you're going to go ahead and cut that into thin slices. Come on. Yeah, okay, let's remember how to use a knife here. There we go. Okay, and when you're done remembering how to use a knife, you're going to have something that looks like this, and this is going to go into our Mexican style ceviche. Once you've done that, you're going to grab an avocado, put your knife gently through the flesh, and then give that a quick turn. What you'll end up with, guys, is a, well, easily separated avocado if you've never cut one. Just give that a quick twist, and then pull it apart, and you show something that looks beautiful like this. That's an avocado us millennials could be proud of. So go ahead and give the pit a whack with your knife, give it a quick twist, remove the pit, put it to the side before getting your spoon, and quickly but carefully removing the flesh of the avocado. With your perfect avocado halves out, just go ahead and give those a quick couple slices, and you're going to quickly cube this like so, guys. It doesn't matter the size of the piece, it's really up to you, but smaller pieces might go a little bit further, so something about this size should do. So with that done, we're going to throw our avocado into a bowl before grabbing our cucumber and giving that a slice in half. Now we're only going to use half, guys, and this is only going to go into our Mexican ceviche. So go ahead and give this a couple of quick slices. You're looking for small cubes or a dice, depending what you like, but something small like this should do the trick. Once you're done with that, you're going to throw that into the bowl as well before grabbing your tomato. Again, this is going to be cut in half. Give it some thin slices across because, again, we're going to want to dice this up into fine cubes, and this will join the rest of its brethren in the Mexican-style ceviche. Up next is our parsley, which you're going to go ahead and just whack the top off of like so. And you could use more if you'd like, but I'm not super big on parsley. I prefer cilantro and something like this, but give this a quick dice and just throw this in the bowl as well. With the parsley done, you're going to want to repeat the process with your cilantro before moving on to your onion. Now for this, you're only going to need about a half an onion, so go ahead and chop that in half, take the bottom off, and then peel the skin before making a few expert incisions horizontally. Okay, they're not expert, but something like this. Then you're gonna give that a quick turn and give it a couple of slices vertically, and then you should have something that looks like this, which is nice and easy to chop, and you should have little fine diced onion. And now it's time to add the onion to the bowl with the rest of its friends, and you have yourself the makings of a Mexican ceviche. Now you might be wondering, well, aren't we missing something? And you'd be right, that is our par-boiled shrimp, which we're gonna go ahead and grab right now. And you can chop this in half or in small pieces like so. It's really up to you. I preferred doing little chunks like this, but you can do anything you want. Just give it a rough chop and then go ahead and throw your lime juice on top, using about 3/4 to a cup of your liquid or until the shrimp is covered. So with that done, you should have something that looks a little bit like this, and you're going to want to wait about 10 to 30 minutes for this to really set in. So move that to the side, and eventually you will be combining with the rest of your ingredients, these ones right here. And while we're waiting for that, guys, we're going to move on to our rockfish for our Peruvian styled ceviche. So go ahead and grab yourself a beautiful fillet and begin to prep it. Now guys, here I am not prepping in any particular way. I'm just trimming pieces off and getting ready to cut it into thinner slices. Now you want something that's roughly cube shape or something that looks a little bit like this. Not quite sashimi size, but small. And the idea for this, guys, is going to help all of that lime juice and lemon juice really penetrate through. Make sure you get maximum citrusy coverage. So go ahead and put your rockfish in a bowl before adding your lime and lemon juice mixture. Again, just enough to cover, but you can use more if you'd like. Now with that done, guys, it is time to move back to our Mexican ceviche. So go ahead and grab your bowl of very fresh ingredients. And yeah, there's not really a special mixing technique, guys. Just go ahead and grab your bowl of shrimp and lemon lime juice and just dump that right in, and it's really that simple. You're gonna have to obviously give this a nice good mix, and once you're done that, guys, you let this sit for another few minutes and you're basically just good to go. But again, mixing is important, so do a good job. You should have something that looks a little bit like this. Now this would be the part where I show you the rockfish getting mixed in with the other ingredients, but I forgot to record that, so I'm going to go ahead and show you the finished product, which is basically just our fish, onions, cilantro, lemon and lime juice, and a couple of jalapenos that we're kicking around. Now you can also add some other ingredients if you'd like, in this case a bit more cilantro and some parsley, and since we have some leftovers, add some avocado. Why not? Sorry, purists. Now, while the purists cry into their organically sourced beverages, we're gonna go ahead and give this a quick mix. And guys, you should really have something that ultimately looks super fresh, beautiful, aromatic, and just looks delicious. But looks aren't everything, and we gotta go ahead and plate these. So grab yourself 2 serving dishes, or cups in my case, and go ahead and spoon in each one. Now, the goal here, guys, of course, is to, well, see which one we prefer. And in this case, it's gonna be a tough one because these both look really good. Here's a close-up of the Mexican one, and here is a close-up of the Peruvian one. Now, side by side, they look beautiful, and I cannot wait to dig in, which is what we're going to do now. Now, as you guys may have already guessed, the whole point of this video is to figure out which one is better. On the left, of course, we have our Peruvian ceviche, and on the right, we have our Mexican. They obviously look different. I think the Mexican looks more appetizing. There's more color. It's a little bit more vibrant, and the colors from the shrimp, tomatoes, and onions, just, it really stands out a bit more. But I'm kind of a purist, guy, so we're going to start with our ceviche from Peru. And it's good. I mean, this is good. This is really good. It's bright, it's acidic, but I'm wondering if there's more flavor on the Mexican one, which let's see if we can see any distinction here. Now, to try our Mexican one, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a little bit of everything. And yeah, it's good. I like the spice. I like the acidity, the brightness. It's really good. But I can't help feel like something's missing. And there we go. Chips. Get your chips, get something crunchy, get something edible, get a big scoop, and get in there. So let's do the same with our Peruvian ceviche. Get that bad boy on a chip and see what we like. And guys, I gotta say, it is so good. The chip really brings out that crunch, that saltiness that really pairs well with the kind of soft, just acidic brightness of our ceviche. And guys, I gotta say, I'm leaning towards the Peruvian one. I think this is our winner. That's my preference. Call me a purist, call me what you want. But guys, that is it for our video. I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, guys, thumbs if you liked it, subs if you loved it. We'll see you in the next one.